One of our stars was once a contestant on the dating game. Which star is it?
This week, Diane Cannon, John Ritter. From Seventh Heaven, Stephen Collins. Becker's Terry Farrell. Vivica A. Fox. From the Parkers, Monique. Everybody Loves Raymond's Brad Garrett. Jeffrey Tambor. And starring Whoopi Goldberg. With your host, Tom Bergeron. All on Hollywood Squares. And here's Tom Bergeron.
All right, thank you, Shadow. You know who was on the dating game? None other than John Ritter was on the dating game. Did you get picked?
No, nobody showed up, so I dated myself.
Lovely.
Yeah, in Arizona.
Oh, good. All right. That's probably more information than we needed. Want to just remind you, we have a bunch of new features on our show in this, our fourth season, including a Secret Square sweepstakes, where every day you, too, at home could win the Secret Square prize. More of that a little later on. We've got an incredible gang of 9 here this week, don't you think? Wonderful people. And a returning champion, day 3 for him with $17,658. Mark Gerlach. Welcome back, Mark. Good to have you here. And in the challenger position, Debbie Ikatani. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank
Good
you,
to
Tom.
see you. Good to see you. We'll hear more about each of you a little later on. The first game is worth $1,000. Be careful, because even though it's tic-tac-toe, our stars have been encouraged to bluff. As the challenger, Debbie, you get to start.
Whoopi Goldberg, please.
All right, Whoopi. An animal whose females produce milk to feed her young is called what?
Mommy. Thank you. Produces milk, mammary glands. I'm going to call it a mammal.
I disagree.
A mammal. Yeah, a mammal. X gets that square. Mark.
Terry Farrell, please.
Terry Farrell from Becker. Also, an upcoming CBS Movie of the Week, Code 1114. A Turkish law was enacted that made it legal for a woman to divorce her husband if he failed to provide her with her daily quota of what?
Hot monkey love. Oh, you're gonna be so glad you live in America. Cooking oil.
I disagree.
Coffee. Coffee. X gets the square. All right, Debbie.
Brad Garrett for the block, please.
Brad for the block. From Everybody Loves Raymond. Brad, for over 100 years, the U.S. Naval Academy's football mascot has been Bill. What kind of animal is Bill?
Bill? Let me see. Bill the Badger? No. Bill the Buffalo? And it's Buffalo Bill? Buffalo?
I disagree.
Goat. Bill the Goat.
Billy
Actually,
Goat.
Circle gets the block. All right, Mark.
Jeffrey Tambor, please.
Jeffrey Tambor, who's just completed filming Never Again with Jill Clayborne. Jeffrey, Americans love this icon and spend more than $20 million a year on outfits for her. Who?
Janet Reno. I hate myself. I hate my personality. I hate everything I just said. Barbie.
I agree.
Barbie it is. Yes, X gets the square. All right, Debbie.
Vivica A. Fox for the block.
Vivica A. Fox for the block, starring in 2 can play this game. With Monique, as a matter of fact. A group of witches in Britain have cast a spell on the new Harry Potter movie because they say it shows Harry doing this the wrong way. What?
Being a big fan of that, it's because he was riding the broom the wrong direction. The bristles were pointing the wrong way when it should have been the other way.
I agree.
Yeah, they say the brush should go in the front. So, yeah. Circle gets the square. Must have hated Samantha Stevens, too. All right, Mark.
Diane Cannon for the win.
Diane Cannon for the win. And $1,000. 3 Sisters tonight on NBC. Diane, as reported by Newsweek, it was found that popcorn eaters were 3 times more likely to do this in movies than non-popcorn eaters. Do what?
I eat a lot of popcorn. I ate a tub of popcorn at the movies, and it's Breaking Wind.
I disagree.
Just cry. Just cry. X gets the square. And the win for $1,000. We're going to take a break, but first time for a Hollywood Squares Quickie. What profession did Matthew Perry seriously consider pursuing before he became a regular on Friends? We'll tell you right after this. Stick around.
Hollywood Squares will be right back.
Matthew Perry, welcome back, by the way. Matthew Perry, before becoming an actor, seriously considered becoming a tennis pro.
Wow.
Actually. How about
Really?
that? Yes, he did. Mark Gerlach is our returning champion, day 3. You've already won the first game today, Mark. Remind us about yourself, some things we might not already know.
Well, I'm a computer programmer from Fresno, California.
Knew that, yeah.
And in my spare time, I like to ride my 85 Harley Road King around the streets of Fresno.
Didn't know that. Okay, well, good to have you back. Debbie Ikitani, our challenger. Tell us a bit about yourself, Debbie.
My name is, well, you know what my name is. I'm sorry.
Debbie Ikitani.
Thank you. I'm a real estate broker from San Dimas, California, and I'm currently training for my very first marathon in Hawaii to benefit AIDS Project Los Angeles.
Cool. Very nice. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. All right, we're going to play our secret square game. We have a secret square worth of over $19,000. But before we do, starting in 3 weeks, each of our contestants will be playing for one of you. So if a contestant wins, so do you. Watch the show each day on a postcard named The Secret Square for any 3 days, along with the dates. Each week's entry will be good for one drawing only, so send those cards in each week to increase your chances. Later in the show, we'll have all the lawyers telling you how it works. Right now, though, let's begin our Secret Square game. Again, it's a $1,000 game. We've already got a TiVo package, Cartier gift certificate, Club Med trip, and today we're adding this.
It's an ultimate surround sound system. Turn your living room into a home theater with this high-fidelity surround sound package, featuring the ultimate receiver, crystal clear speakers, and a CD player that holds 200 discs. All from Good Guys, worth $3,250.
All right, Shadow, thanks. Let's show all of you at home who the Secret Square is. Okay, now you know. Mark, you won the first game. You start.
Whoopi Goldberg, please.
All right, Whoop, stop. There's a...
Speaking for me. Were you calling me?
Yes, I was.
That's what he wants.
Yes, well, you know, there's a period when people feel bored and trapped in their marriage, and they may tend to stray.
Oh, really? Never heard of it.
What's the slang phrase describing this time?
I used to call it the honeymoon, but I suppose that's... I'm gonna say it's called the 7-year itch.
I agree.
That's what it's called, all right. Yes, X gets the square. All right, Debbie?
Vivica A. Fox, please.
Vivica A. Fox. All right, Vivica. For the average American, only 2 hours a night are devoted to what?
Believe it or not, the computer.
I disagree.
Dreaming during an 8-hour sleep. Circle gets that one. All right, Mark.
Stephen Collins, please.
Stephen Collins from Seventh Heaven, Monday nights on the WB. Stephen, one author said, quote, "The stories I grew up on were biblical stories, the best horror stories ever written."
I want it to be me, but I want everything to be about me, and I can't stretch this one. I'm going to say Stephen King.
I disagree.
Stephen King, that's right. Circle gets the square. We'll be back with more of the Stephen Collins Show in a moment. But first, here's the address to send in your postcards for the Secret Square sweepstakes. Take a listen.
On a postcard, list the name and date of 3 celebrity secret squares from any week of shows. Please include your name, age, address, and telephone number. Mail to Hollywood Squares Secret Square Sweepstakes, P.O. Box 4378, Hollywood, California 90078. Or log on.
Closed captioning provided by...
Welcome back. Secret Square up there worth over $19,000. Debbie, your turn.
Brad Garrett, please.
Brad Garrett. All right, Brad. Brad, the tides are caused by the pull of gravity from what?
From one very large grunion. Bill the Grunion. The moon? It's got to be the moon.
I agree.
It's the moon, yes. Circle gets the square.
Jeffrey Tambor for the block, please.
Jeffrey for the block. All right, Jeffrey. Called Po' Boy's Smokin' Joe, this sergeant in the Marine Corps recently retired after being honored for meritorious service. What is unusual about Po' Boy's Smokin' Joe?
Other than his name, Po' Boy, I think he was a steward in the White House.
I agree.
He's a dog. The bulldog was the West Coast mascot for the Marines. Can't give you that one, Debbie. You have to earn it yourself.
Monique for the win, please.
Monique for the win from the Parkers on UPN Monday nights. All right, Monique, a pigeon is incapable of laying an egg unless she sees one of these. What?
A nest.
I disagree.
Another pigeon. Circle gets the square. We got a tie game. I should just tell you, if another pigeon isn't available, she can lay eggs by looking at her own reflection in a pool, according to our...
What?
Yeah.
But then what?
Stuff you learn here. Terry Farrell was our secret square. Nobody picked Terry, so tomorrow's secret square stash will be worth over $24,000. Next game, the tiebreaker, is worth $2,000, and Debbie, you start.
Whoopi Goldberg, please.
All right, Whoop. Pigeon.
I can't answer questions unless I see another Whoopi looking at me. Sorry.
Before accurate clocks were made in the late 17th century, what was the everyday means of keeping time?
Asking other people what time it was. Demetrius, what time is it? I'm going to say a sundial.
I'll agree.
The hourglass, actually. X gets that square. We got a break. More Hollywood squares, but first, riddle me this. Name the comedian whose comment about giving birth was having a baby is like taking your bottom lip and forcing it over your head. We'll find out right after this.
Log on to HollywoodSquares.com for your backstage pass to Hollywood.
Duh.
Welcome back. It was Carol Burnett who uttered that famous description of labor. We're into a tiebreaker game, $2,000 game. Our defending champion, Mark, it's your turn.
Terry Farrell, please.
All right, Terry Farrell from Becker, Mondays on CBS. Terry, if you'd like to remove a sticky price tag from glass, Woman's World magazine suggests using this bathroom item on it. What?
Well, my grandma would tell me to use toothpaste.
I disagree.
Grandma would be, wrong. A blow dryer, the hot air loosens the adhesive, actually. X gets a square. Debbie?
Brad Garrett for the block, please.
All right, Brad for the block. Okay. In what classic comedy will you see an Indian chief in the Old West speaking Yiddish?
It's, of course, Blazing Saddles.
I agree.
Blazing Saddles, yes. Mel Brooks played the chief. Circle gets the block. Mark?
Vivica A. Fox, please.
Vivica A. Fox. All right, Vivica. Although it is the most listened to music on the radio, surprisingly only 11% of all music sold in the U.S. last year was from this genre. What?
Jazz.
I agree.
Country. Country. Circle gets that square. Break for you, Deb.
Monique for the win, please.
Monique for the win and $2,000. In a recent American Express survey of soon-to-be brides and grooms, almost half said the most challenging etiquette issue about wedding gift wishes was asking for what?
Well, I am still considered a newlywed. So I'm going to say, which I know this to be true because we got a lot of stuff we did not want, where to return it.
I disagree.
Asking for money. Circle gets the square and the win for $2,000. Our next game is worth $4,000, and Debbie, you kick it off.
Whoopi Goldberg, please.
All right, Whoop.
Yeah?
What rock star's tombstone reads, God saw that he needed some rest and called him home to be with him?
Keith Richards, but he won't go. You know who it is. It's Elvis. It can only be Elvis. He's the only one God would call home.
I disagree.
It's Elvis. It's Elvis. X gets the square.
Debbie,
Mark?
what did I say? I said it's Elvis. He's the only
Terry Farrell, please.
In the final episode of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, new management takes over WJM-TV, firing everyone in the newsroom except whom?
I don't remember his last name on the show, but he was the announcer guy. I mean, the, what do you call it? The news anchor guy, Ted.
I agree. Yep, Ted Baxter. That's right. X gets the square. All right, Debbie.
Brad Garrett for the block.
Brad for the block. All right, Brad. What popular medication was inspired by a newspaper editor in the 20s who gave his staff a mixture of aspirin and baking soda during a flu epidemic, and none of them became ill?
Alka-Seltzer.
I agree.
Alka-Seltzer. You got your block. All right, Mark.
Vivica A. Fox, please.
Vivica. All right. Only one vegetable is never sold canned, frozen, cooked, processed, or in any other form but fresh. What vegetable?
Eggplant.
I agree. Lettuce. Lettuce. Circle gets that square. All right, Debbie.
Monique for the win.
Monique for $4,000. Monique, in ancient Egypt, the color of this body part came to signify social order with shades of red at the top. The color of what?
Hair.
I agree.
Fingernails. X gets a block. You're still in this one, Mark.
Diane Cannon for the win.
All right, for the win, you'd retake the lead. Diane, what unusual instrument is featured in the famous 1812 overture?
See, I have to know this, because it's what I was named after. The cannon.
I agree.
The cannon. X gets the square and the win. All right, we are out of time. Debbie, Ikatani, you've got $3,000. Not bad for a half hour. And our thanks. Good to have you with us. Take care. Good to see you. Mark, from the brink of defeat, you defended your championship. You got $5 grand today. Time to play for a bonus prize. As you know, each star has one. They total over $100,000. Here are some of what's up there.
There's a check for $10,000 and an Australian adventure. You and a guest will spend 7 days exploring the World Heritage-renowned rainforest and reef of tropical far north Queensland. Courtesy of the Adventure Company Australia and Great Expeditions. Airfare provided by Qantas. A trip worth $11,304.
All right, let's see what car we've hidden up there today. It's this one.
The new Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider Convertible, equipped with a 3.0-liter engine and a semi-automatic Sportronic auto shifter from Miller Mitsubishi, worth $29,592.
All right, that wouldn't be too shabby either. Mark, you know how it works. Pick a star.
Terry Farrell, please.
All right, Terry, what are we playing for in the envelope there?
Oh, you're just jealous. I'm so excited. Oh, I just came from their Australian adventure.
All right, very cool. Terry, which of these was the first Tom Clancy book to feature Jack Ryan? Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, or The Hunt for Red October?
I believe it was Patriot Games.
I disagree.
In 1984, it was The Hunt for Red October. You're going down under. That brings your total in cash and prizes today to $16,304, and all told, $33,962. You're back tomorrow to defend your championship, I hope. But right now, on behalf of all our stars, I'm Tom Bergeron. See you tomorrow, too, on Hollywood Squares. Take care.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Wheel of Fortune San Francisco Salute.